Last night on Facebook, I shared some materials about a book talk. So, what is a book talk? A book talk is you're just describing a book. You tell what the book is about, you give a brief summary, but it's used to encourage people to read the book. And because you're encouraging people to read the book, you want to share a book that you like. That's kind of an important part. You want to share a book that you like and you're excited about. That does mean you have to read the book before you give the book talk, just so you know what's in it and anything. And one thing that I kind of like doing is I like looking up information about the author and kind of why they wrote the book and any fun little details. And since you're kind of giving people a preview of the book, you don't want to tell the ending. And as you're doing it, you want to show the book to the people so they can see what it looks like. And it's important too that you practice just so you get comfortable. You know what you're going to say, and it's okay if it's not perfect. You just want to show people that you like the book and this is why they should read it. Now, the book that I'm doing a book talk on is Scott Westerfeld's The Uglies. I do really like this book. I've read it several times and I've looked up different information. Something that I think is really funny about the book is Scott Westerfeld talked about why he wrote the book. He moved to California years ago, and when he moved to California, he had to get his teeth cleaned. And when he got his teeth cleaned, the dentist called him back into the room and had a little meeting with him and talked to him about how they need to fix his teeth. There was nothing wrong with him. He didn't have any cavities, didn't need any dental work done. They said he needed cosmetic work. They had to fix how his teeth looked, make them straighter, make them wider, because they didn't really look that great. And they were showing him all these before and after pictures of people who've gotten their teeth fixed. And he was kind of laughing about that because it just struck him as so funny that the dentist, was more concerned about the appearance of his teeth than if his teeth were actually okay. And he did remember seeing one celebrity that he called, well, Tom Cruise, and that he noticed Tom Cruise's teeth were really white. After going to the dentist, he kind of was looking around, and he could kind of see people around there that were getting their teeth fixed too. And it struck him as really funny, and that's kind of where he started to get the idea for the Uglies. Now, just giving you the example of my book talk, how I would start for the Uglies would be this way. I start with a question. What if you lived in a world where everyone had plastic surgery at age 16 and it completely changed your look? Would you want to do that? Or would you want to keep your body and your face? This happens in The Uglies by Scott Westerfeld. A girl named Tally is born in this world and she's about to turn 16. In her world, when you turn 16, you become pretty. And the pretties, well, they become pretty. They get to party every night. They get to do whatever they want. It's pretty fun being a pretty. And honestly, this is what Tally has been most looking forward to in her life, especially since her best friend has just become a pretty and completely left her behind. She's the only one left from her age. Everybody else is now a pretty. But she ends up meeting a girl named Shay. And the thing about Shay is Shay does not want to become a pretty. And Shay runs away. She runs to a place called the Smoke where you're not forced to become a pretty at 16. And after that happens, Tally is taken in by the authorities and they question her and they want to get information where Shay went. And they basically tell Tally that if she doesn't find Shay and bring her back, she will be forced to stay an ugly forever and never become a pretty. And this is not Shay's, this is Tally's worst nightmare. And Tally goes and finds Shay. And when she finds Shay in the smokes, she discovers a world that's completely different from anything that she's ever experienced. There's people who have their face. There's people who look old. There's people who have scars. There's people who aren't perfect. And this basically blows Tally's mind because she's never seen this before. And as she's living in the smoke, she starts to discover that being a pretty might not be the best thing in the world. And in fact, it might be something that's not good at all.